Recorded live.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
All praise due to Allah. This is his brother Jihad Ali, FOI, also known as Brother Evan X, and this is the Defenders of Farrakhan, and we're on live with Brother Maurice Muhammad, Brother Daniel Muhammad, Brother Walter Muhammad, and Sister Queen Aziza Muhammad. All praise due to Allah. Welcome, family.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, ma'am.
Now, this show in particular is just going to be a straight up, no holds bar call out, if you will. Now, the title of our show is "Will a Real Hypocrite Please Stand Up?" And I thought that title was very convenient because of the fact that we are dealing with agents, hypocrites, naysayers, backbiters, and slanderers of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, but they don't have the testicular fortitude to come out to an open bout, an open debate, or if we use the word, the favorite word of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, an open showdown.
That's right.
They talk 24/7 recklessly about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and about you, believers, who are under his guidance in a closed group on Facebook. And this group in particular is called the quote-unquote True and Living 5%. But actually, I want to call it the false and dead 10%, because they are bloodsuckers of the poor. They are hypocrites. They are liars, backbiters, and slanderers of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And none of them have the audacity to come out and prove what they say. They just want to type it online.
Right.
Now, we have a list of names that we're going to be reading. This is an open challenge to any of you snakes of the grafted type. We're calling you out. This is an open challenge. I don't care if you want a one-on-one debate or a panel debate. You choose a topic, you choose the time, we'll be there. But let's just go ahead and get on this list of names. Now, each name I call out, family, is a name of a person who has somewhere down the line, either indirectly or directly or secretly, slandered the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, slandered the believers under his guidance, and slandered not only him, but even sometimes slandered the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, lied on the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and some of these no-good hypocrites even went as far to slander Master Farrakhan Muhammad.
That's right.
Now, we all know that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to have no sympathy for the hypocrite.
That's right.
So, therefore, we're not showing no sympathy for the hypocrite. And we're going to call out your works, and we're going to call out your deeds. And in the words of Dr. Khalid, we're going to lift your skirt, lift your garment, and we're going to expose the shame of your slander to the world. Because most of you have believers as your quote-unquote friends on Facebook, but y'all don't have the testicular fortitude to come out and say the crap that you've been saying in private in the public. So if you don't want to do it, then we'll do it for you, damn it. So, let's just get started on these list of names I got. Like I said, the show is called "Will a Real Hypocrite Please Stand Up?"
That's right.
Now, first we got Mikhail Shabazz. We got Shastin Shabazz.
Right.
We have Nadia Mariam. We have Maharab Salam. We got Malachi Fard. We have Haru Muhammad. We have Hashim Muhammad. We have Brainstorm Justice. We have Malachi Messiah Muhammad. We have Justice Third World Equality. We have Gwendolyn Queen Nazia Giles. We have Jay McVie. Oh, here's a big one here. We got the famous, quote-unquote, Leela Wills, a.k.a. June X. We have Haran Kareem.
Right.
James Jackson. David Muhammad. Omar Ali. King Jason. Ahmad El-Shabazz. Bangam Reef, who is also known for actually giving out death threats to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We have Kaleem Shaheed. We have, what's this dude's name? I can't pronounce his last name, but I'm just going to call him Azael. And that's as many I have, if I don't want to miss any of these backbiting hypocrites. Hold on. Oh, we have Ali Nasir. We have Victor Leon. Oh, we got a famous one here. We got the Asiatic black man, Gadala Seiferdean. And we have, a fake page, but we're going to call it out anyway, Aliyah Farouk. We got an infamous one here. We have the infamous so-called registered MGT by the name of Karen Moo. And let's see. We have, this is his name, Azael Ayasharel. And I think that's it, family. Oh, not to mention Born God MC.
Oh.
Ishmael Bey.
Right.
Solomon Cobbs. And I believe that is it, if I'm not missing any others. There's just so many, family. Oh, yeah, and the infamous Anur A. Nair Allah. There we go. And King Jason. Well, that's all we have for the list. Now, let's just go by each one of these persons who slandered the minister, because of the fact that every one of those who I named, some slandered, some didn't slander, but if they didn't slander, they bear witness to the slander, so that makes them just as guilty.
Right.
Just as guilty. Now, let's go over what this one said. This sister goes by the name of Shastin Shabazz. She said, quote, exactly, nothing but hypocrisy at its best. He's, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, is changing the teachings, but yet they defend him and fight with us, calling us hypocrites. April 23rd at 3:02 p.m. via mobile. 4 likes. Now, this character by the name of Shastin Shabazz, she is in this group called the True and Living 5%, and she slanders the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And we're using this terminology, family, called slander, because of the fact they never, ever say the nonsense that they're saying to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's face,
right,
nor do they tweet him, nor do they hit him up on Facebook, asking many type of questions. They go in this private group, and they just slander the minister. Now, by the way, before we go on, I'm going to say this. We are saying this on the behalf of ourselves. These are our personal thoughts, our personal opinions, our personal beliefs. We are no way affiliated or speaking on the behalf of the Nation of Islam as an organization on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan by name. But this is our personal opinions and our personal beliefs. Now, back to this work. They talk this crap behind closed doors. Sister Shasta Shabazz has plenty of you believers as quote-unquote friends on Facebook. But just because a person is your friend on Facebook does not mean that they are a real friend. She says so much dirt about you believers. And not to mention she called out the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, slandering him, saying that he's changing the teachings. Now, we all with common sense know that that's a damn lie.
Right.
Number one.
That's right.
Number two. A sister by the name of Shakira Ali, who's also on the Defender of Farrakhan squad, she told the sister, if you are speaking such truth, why don't you come out and put what you say about the minister and the believers in the public? Shasta implies saying, I don't have to do that. I'm paraphrasing. But this stuff could be found in the True and Living 5% group on Facebook. Shasta said, I don't have to do that. Truth speaks for itself. I'm like, okay, well, my thing is, if you're telling the truth, then why not put it out there?
Right.
When the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was amongst us, he didn't just teach what he was teaching behind closed doors. He came out to the public in the face of the enemy, in the face of his people, and said, the black man is God, the white man is the devil, and the teachings go on from there. He never taught behind closed doors and just left it at that. So what are you afraid of, Miss Shabazz?
Right.
What are you afraid of? If the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is changing the teachings, then prove it. Show and prove what he is saying.
Right.
Can you back it up? That's my question I got for you. Can you back up what you are saying about the minister? Show and prove. Where's your actual facts? Where's your mathematics? Where's your citations? Where's your documentation? Because if you can't show and prove, then be quiet. Then be quiet. And by the way, family, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of history about Miss Shabazz. Because, you see, I hate that in the quote-unquote temple that a few of the sisters in the temple believe that since they wearing a headpiece, that qualifies them to talk how they want to talk to a FOY as if he ain't worth anything.
Right.
I hate because they feel that they wearing a garment, that means that they can cast out stones towards a brother.
Right.
And not expect anything to go back at them.
That's right.
Absolutely not. Because in my book, and in a lot of books of these real MGT, you are not no MGT.
Jeez.
If you're using the language that you've been using, if you're slandering the way you've been slandering, and you hide behind a crow's group on Facebook, you ain't no MGT, you ain't no FOI, you are a damn agent, a hypocrite, and a worker and bloodsucker of the poor. Pure and simple. I'm willing to prove what I'm saying. Now, for those of you who don't know this, me and Miss Shabazz was in a courtship. Oh, yeah, I know that. Me and Miss Shabazz was in a courtship.
That's right.
That's right. We was in a courtship. And I was interested in the sister because I saw from the smoke screen she was giving off that she loved black people. And me and her have been in a lot of wars together defending the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. This woman used to defend the minister with me.
Come on.
We used to defend the minister together. We even challenged King Noble to a debate. Matter of fact, he called up on our radio show, the Fall of America radio show, that we used to have, and we whooped him upside down and inside out. But you see, her spirit started to change in my eyes, so we just called her up, but we just kept in touch off and on till then. Now, she won't tell you that she was in the temple, I believe, in California, and she got put out the temple because she decided to go to a mosque in California and hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan speak. She wouldn't bring that up in the public. But you see, that's what happened when you slander somebody. You always want to try to show somebody else shame, but shame always come back at you. Ms. Shabazz was defending the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
She was trying to court a brother, myself, who wasn't even in the temple at that time. So she got her name, according to her, from Brother King Samir Shabazz and the New Black Panther Party. And from there, we just started talking off and on. But then on Facebook, I found out that she was slandering the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Now,
That's right.
Normally, brothers and sisters, as a brother, I didn't just go on no rant towards her. I started questioning, like, sister, like, where's this coming from? She just kept saying, I follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. But at the same time, don't slander. That's all I'm saying. Leave the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan alone. You can do what you want to do. But if you talk against the minister, I am obligated to defend him from the lies that you are saying.
Right.
You can follow the messenger. You can follow Royale. You can follow Silas. You can follow Marvin. All you want. But leave the minister name alone. She didn't want to do it. So, quite frankly, I got upset. And me and her had an exchange of words. Now, I have no problem reading our personal messages on the air. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that. But if we do a part 2 on this show, I will read our personal messages on the air. I don't give a damn because I don't got nothing to hide. Now, she may say, oh, well, his name is Evan X. Yes, that's my name. My name is Evan X. She may say, well, he has 2 brothers. I don't have 2 brothers. I have 3 brothers. You see, that's my thing. I never, ever give out all my information if I feel in my heart that someday you will backstab me. So I told her, yeah, I got 2 brothers, but I really got 3 brothers. So she wants to throw on insults, and she wants to insult me in a personal way. I don't got time for that. My thing is, are you going to back what you say against the minister with actual facts, or are you not? That's my thing.
Right.
She hasn't backed what she said against the minister because she can't back what she said against the minister. She won't come on an open forum and debate. She won't come out and she won't put what she's saying in the public about the minister. She won't do that. I wonder why, Miss Shabazz. You got over 1,000 friends on Facebook. The majority of them are believers. And you got FOI up there liking your pictures and saying, oh, sister, you're so beautiful. But in this closed group on Facebook, you are uglier than the devil himself.
Come on.
So we calling you out, Miss Shabazz. And I'm trying my best, family, to be so respectful to the quote-unquote sister. But this sister hasn't been acting like a sister. Now, that's just one of the hypocrites. And please, put our personal... See, this is how devious she is. She said, I will put up our personal conversations since the first time I met you, and I will expose you. Go ahead and do it, because I have nothing to hide. If, in fact, I doubt that your temple buddies will get kind of happy. I don't think they'll be happy knowing that you used to be with a brother from, quote-unquote, Farrakhan's camp. Now,
come on.
She said that nothing but hypocrisy at its best. He's changing the teaching, but yet they defend him and fight with us, calling us hypocrites. Well, what do you expect? What do you expect? And what is your definition of, quote-unquote, changing the teachings? What is your definition? Is it because he worded something different? You cannot expect for a man to sit there and say the exact same words in the exact same way, in the exact same context, in the exact same manner as another man did 50 years ago. You can't expect that. So let me ask you a question. If I say martial arts, if my teacher was to say martial arts is a good self-defense method, and I come back years later and say you can use martial arts for self-defense, am I changing the teachings or am I just changing the words? See, that's the problem with you hypocrites. You want to sit there and accuse the minister of changing the teachings when he's not doing nothing but changing the wording around so that people can understand it. He's evolving in the teachings. Guess what? In the Supreme Wisdom Lessons, it says that these answers are very near correct.
Right.
Well, you all know in mathematics, near correct is not attractive. Near correct is not what we should all go for in mathematics. We can't use near correct. So he has to evolve the language. The messenger said to the minister that those answers he answered when he was a baby in these teachings. He said, ask me those questions again. He's had to evolve in the teachings. So I'm not trying to hear that. If he's trying to use the language a little different, he's changing the teachings. Please. Anybody else want to comment?
Well, I would like to say that I would hope that those of you that are detractors of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan would stay true to your word. Your word was that you wanted to defend the so-called raw, untampered with, uncut version of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. If that is so, if that is the truth, please give us a call and let's have a civil discussion about this. Don't come up in here talking about you are above us, so you don't need to debate us. You're out on Facebook, or like they call it, fake book, claiming to be defenders of the word of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but yet you don't want to defend it through us. Let's have a civil dialogue.
Right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad do not like cowards. If you do not submit to this challenge, I consider you a coward. You are a coward. You mean to tell me you can type up your disagreements with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on Facebook, but you can't face the people that follow him? That's a coward. There's been 2 challenges issued by Brother Maurice. Matter of fact, 3 that I know of.
Right.
The brother challenged Miss Junex, also known as Layla Wills, and Ishmael Bey to a debate on Google+. They refused. Brother Maurice challenged Brother Ishmael Bey to a debate, and he claimed that he didn't want to embarrass Brother Maurice. Come on now.
Right.
Minister Louis Farrakhan, a world-renowned leader in Islam, but yet you don't want to talk in an open forum with your brothers to discuss and iron out differences? And the other guy, Anor, brother, you're really, I must say, you're full of yourself. You're really full of yourself, my brother. You're very arrogant. Let's have a discussion. Let's skip over Facebook. Stop the typing. Let's talk. We don't have to name call. You bring your facts to the table, and I bring my facts. Don't pull that Dr. Wesley Muhammad stuff on us. Dr. Wesley Muhammad has a PhD. We've seen him kick people's behinds. It was
right.
Like Mike Tyson fighting a quadriplegic when he get in the ring with these jokers. So why would he want to debate people that he can teach? He want to debate his equals. You're not trying to say that you're on the level of a John Henry Clark, are you? You're not trying to say on the level of a Dr. Wesley Muhammad, are you? You're not on that level, my brother. Come down to earth, humble yourself, and let's do it. Okay? And these other brothers, come and call and let's sit down and talk.
That's
what
right.
What are you afraid of? Are you in league with the synagogue of Satan? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan issued a challenge to them men, to the synagogue of Satan. He issued a challenge knowing that they're not going to bite. Not because they think they're bigger than Minister Farrakhan, but they know they can't win. Light and daylight, the daylight and the night cannot exist at the same time. Is that what you're afraid of?
Right.
You claim that you exposed the minister. No, sir. You will expose you.
Come on.
As a hypocrite.
Right.
You violated the guiding rules of conduct. You
Right.
violated the restrictive laws of Islam. Mr. What's his name? Hector. What's his name, brother?
Hector Falu Muhammad.
Yeah.
Harun Kareem. You violated the restrictive laws, and I'm going to tell you how you violated it. The restrictive laws are like a chain. You're only as strong as the weakest link in that chain. You violated slack talk and gossip is forbidden. You violated that. So I'm not in judgment of you, and I don't have to assume, but I can gather that you probably more than likely are breaking all of the rules, the restrictive laws of Islam. You're probably committing adultery and fornication more than likely.
That's right.
You're probably committing indecent acts on your wife or your girlfriend. Right, Brother Hector? You're probably eating pig or swine byproducts.
Teach.
You're stealing. You stole from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and you're going out and slandering his name. Brother Ishmael Bey, no gambling of any kind. Numbers, dice, cards, games of chance. No smoking of any kind. Reefers, cigarettes, cigars, and pipes. Some of you, you're master smokers.
Teach.
Drinking, probably using drugs. But I would hope that we can put the anger and the emotion aside and sit down and dialogue. You tell us what you disagree with, and we will tell you why the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is right and exact. All right, Brother John.
Anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Brother Dan.
Yes, sir. You know, I'm going to say this really straight up. Those who want to slander the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you really skating on thin ice. You think you're just going to lift yourself up by slandering Minister Farrakhan? No, you putting yourself down and you facing the wrath of Allah that is knocking at your door. Then you going to call us robots and hypocrites. You're the one twinging on hypocrisy. We're not robots. We're just here and obey. So Minister Farrakhan has never changed the teachings, no shape, form, nor fashion. So therefore, my advice to you is be civil, come to a dialogue in a peaceful way. Don't be these armchair revolutionary Negroes or these keyboard warriors want to start us some trouble like some high school or grade school children. We are adults here. And I'm going to say this. Bangham Reef, Leela Wills, known as June X, you better watch yourself because the wrath of Allah is coming at your door.
Come on, man.
And I'm telling you for real, the ones that Brother Jihad read on that list, you're skating on thin ice. Because I'm tired of the foolishness. The day of the foolishness is over. You better come like a man or a woman in a peaceful debate. If not, you're a bunch of damn cowards. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam. Brother Maurice.
Yes, sir. It's one thing to disagree. You can disagree all you want, but it's a whole different thing when you have knowledge and you use deceptive intelligence to try to steal the work from a righteous man, and you try to chop him down when actually what you're really doing is chopping yourself down. When you stop and think about all the good that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has done, not just for us that are here, but what he has done for everybody on the face of the earth, because the truth that he teaches, I don't care who you are and what part of the earth you're on, it will open your mind and free you from the chains that your oppressor has put on you.
That's right.
So you attack a man that Allah has sent as a mercy to you, and you plot on that mercy. There is no other mercy. There is nothing else coming. Because when Minister Farrakhan stopped speaking, death like you ain't never seen it.
Right.
It's going to be unleashed. And what these idiots are doing, Allah says in the Quran that your hands will testify against yourself. Your feet will testify against yourself. Well, these idiots' mouths are writing checks that their asses don't want to cash.
Right.
But unfortunately, because you are so stupid in what you say, it will be required of you.
Come on.
So there's no escape for you. You think that, we really are being mean or something. Well, all we're doing is telling you the truth and trying to wake you up so that you can understand the trouble you in. Now, we ain't trying to convert you, but we letting you know exactly what you're dealing with.
Come on.
And we're not playing around with you and trying to give it to you in a way that you think that somebody's playing. Because we're not playing with this.
That's right.
God is not playing with this. The minister is not playing with this. We didn't do this because somebody came to us and said, would you do this? We're doing this because our love for this man and what he represents demands for us to do what we do. Truth has come to you.
Right.
Thank you.
Queen Aziza, would you like to say anything?
Wow. As I was listening to you, Brother Jihad, it just put me in the mindset to think about how I am so grateful for the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and how grateful I am for Minister Farrakhan being raised to be a divine reminder in our midst. And as you talked about the sister Shasta and Shabazz, I thank Allah for building an army, a body of men who are the true maintainers of women.
Right.
And I want to say to all my sisters, no matter what side you stand on, that there comes a time when you as a woman have to stand for righteousness and for truth. And you can no longer afford to continue to be pimped out by these pimps who are actually white men in black skin.
Go ahead.
That's right.
So it's one thing for a woman to be led astray, but then when you go astray, after having these teachings, that is a mighty woe that you call upon yourself. It is always my prayer that, if anyone can prove where the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has deviated from the teachings, we welcome you with open arms and open minds and open hearts to show us where he has deviated. But instead, you choose to slander him, and you choose to slander the believers, and you choose to misunderstand the use of a very common English language, not anything complicated, no big words or anything like that. You just choose to manipulate the language that the minister has used and try to turn it into something ugly, but Allah remains the same.
That's right.
And so Minister Farrakhan has instructed the FOI to take his life if he should deviate from the teaching. And know that amongst all of the hypocrites inside and outside of the mosque, they're waiting on that day, and that day has yet to come.
Right.
So, it's really a waste of time. The minister still, in spite of your slander, in spite of your insults, using vulgarity, calling him out his name, talking about his family, going through his pockets, in spite of all of that,
right.
Minister Farrakhan is the only man that stands for you today. And there's going to come a time real soon where you're going to wish you had gravitated to him, because like they say, all I had to do was touch the hem of his garment. You're going to wish you had touched the hem of his garment, because that's the only thing that's going to be able to save you. No man that I have seen you represented by is not even capable of protecting you, because we are all taught the MGT, Muslim Girls Training. We were taught by a divine man.
Come on.
Right.
And in that teaching, that divine teacher protects us. But the men of the nation of Islam will always be, have always been, and will forever remain the backbone of our nation. But yet you allow your men to put you on Front Street like common whores.
T.
Damn.
I thank Allah for bringing us the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I thank Allah for raising up the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan. I thank the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan for raising up a body of strong, able, capable, knowledgeable men to protect me. Stop being the white man's whore, even if he is covered in black skin. Assalamu alaikum.
Wow.
Alaikum salam.
That's beautiful, Queen. That's beautiful.
Wow.
I'm going to just say this, family. I love Master Farrakhan Muhammad, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And that love that I have for them three, who gave me life, fills my spirit with joy. But, you see, in dealing with these snakes of the grafted type, my patience is running very thin. You see, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, again, he said, show no sympathy for these hypocrites.
Right.
Now, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad also said that if you should find a hypocrite, you should kill the hypocrite. So, when I hear the slander and the filth being put on this man, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, my question to you, no good demons, is what is in your heart, and what do you intend to do to the man of God amongst us today? Whenever there is slander of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and you calling him a hypocrite, you are saying that that man is worthy of death, according to the definition of the word hypocrite by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So, my question to you is, how many of you are trying or even thinking about putting hands on that man? I'm
right.
Right now, you're not going to get far. You're not going to get far. You see, that's why I don't play with you no good hypocrites.
That's right.
I'm calling you that because the stuff that you're saying and the stuff that you're thinking and what's in your heart is making you worthy for Allah to chop your damn head off.
That's right.
It's just that simple. You don't know what you're playing with. You really don't. You talk on Facebook because you feel safe. Allah will find you wherever you are, even if it's behind your goddamn computer. And I'm saying that with all my heart. You can't hide from the chastisement of Allah.
That's right.
You can't hide. You just can't do that. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, this is my minister. My minister. You think about that. You see, that's what your problem is. You don't know the English language. Like what Brother War always says. You don't know the English language. Even though it's a bastard language,
that's
you
right.
don't know it. You are God.
Come on.
You own all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth, but you can't master this bastard language?
Teach.
So, just because the minister, for example, will use a word that you don't understand, like the word Satan, how the hell can you not understand the word Satan? And you think that he's lighting up on the Caucasian? Satan is a worse term than devil.
Right.
So just because he's not saying the white man is the devil, the white man devil, you know what I'm saying? It's just because he ain't saying that 24/7 like you would like him to, because you have some sick fascination with the Caucasian. He's deviating because he's not using the term the white man is the devil. Do you not know what Satan means? Did not the most honorable Elijah Muhammad break down the words or the meaning behind the word beast in Message to the Black Man? You see, that's why the messenger is so clever, and he's a masterful teacher. And you Negroes really don't understand the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. That man is, not was, but is a masterful teacher.
That's
He's a
right.
mathematics teacher. He is a teacher that foresaw things to come. You mean to tell me that he can see the fall of America?
Right.
He can't see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan raising up the nation again?
Right.
You mean to tell me that he could predict the fall of nations? The fall of nations.
That's right.
But he couldn't see the minister turning against him when he departed, but coming back. My question to you, you want to call him a hypocrite. Who are you to be in such a moral position to call that man a hypocrite? Where were you in 1975 when the messenger departed? How come you didn't stand up and rebuild the nation of Islam? How come you didn't come out and try to bring the people back to the teachings?
Right.
Where were you at during that time? Or was you losing your mind and going having second thoughts about the nation just like the minister did? Don't tell me that you maintain your discipline, that you maintain your state of mind, that you maintain your bow tie wearing and MGT garment wearing self when the messenger departed. I don't want to hear that nonsense, because you, alongside everybody else, felt the fall of the nation of Islam. You was never that perfect. So don't come on your high horse and your so-called self-righteousness on Facebook, on the internet, on the social website of the Caucasian, and think that you're telling us something new. Your hypocrisy is showing through your goddamn keyboard.
That's right.
Anybody else want to add on? I'm going to get some more slander that these Negroes are saying.
I want to read.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I have a question. Do you take calls on the show? Because we have student minister James on the line. He wants to speak. I don't know how your program works, and I just wanted to ask on his behalf because he texts me.
Brother Maurice, you want to take it from there?
Is he the one from
Florida?
Florida? Okay. Yeah, his mic is open. Jihad, you want to take questions now or what?
We'll just take what Brother James got to say, then we'll go back to, what I was reading regarding these words. Go
ahead, Brother James. Your mic is open.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Thank you. I didn't know that I could just speak up and make my request. I thank you, Sister Gidget, for allowing me, or at least representing me to the brothers. And I want to thank the brothers first and foremost for your defense of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I understand your anger. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has made us to understand that in this hour, warriors such as yourselves will be raised.
Yes, sir.
Who will love not silver or gold and will not compromise who they stand for. And I want to say to the world, you see, the minister has very little control over those that are raised like that,
right.
The zealots. He does instruct us that we are to argue in the best manner, and he does instruct us that as long as we are not physically aggressed against, that we should not threat physical violence or engage in such. But zealousness does not necessarily comply with those kinds of instructions. I remember, and I want to say this for the benefit of those who are slandering the minister to perhaps save their lives. In the history and in the Hadith, we are taught that there was a blind woman who loved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Now, this is a blind woman.
Right.
And she listened to one of the enemies of the prophet slandering him and speaking ill of him and against him. Well, as the story goes, she slipped into that one's abode and killed him, slit his throat. Now, I'm just saying a word to the wise is sufficient. I'm not threatening anyone. The minister would not be pleased.
That's right.
But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said history is best qualified to reward our research. And now I just want to say what I really wanted to say. For those who assert that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is changing the teachings. You know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told the minister, and perhaps you went over this earlier on in the show or in other shows, in 1972, he ordered the minister to stop using the word devil.
That's right.
That's right.
Call him Satan, the enemy or slave master's children.
That's
Why?
right.
Because devil does not attack Satan.
Right.
Satan is the devil maker.
That's right.
So what good is it to attack the product and leave the product maker or producer alive? No,
that's right.
You attack the producer and then he has no more ability to make the product. That's
right.
Number one.
Come on, man.
Teach.
Number two, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, brother, I don't want you teaching the lessons or the supreme wisdom like I taught it. I want you to go deeper.
Come on.
Right.
Into the meaning, into the message. And for the sake of brevity, I'll just go to number three. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's mission is not to repeat what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad built or did.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Right.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's mission is to complete.
Teach.
That's right.
And completion is much different than repetition. I want us to look at these words. Let's just a little meaning. Please bear with me. I'll try not to be too long.
Come on, brother.
Come, bro.
Let me go into this word repeat. The word repeat means to say or utter again something already said. To say or utter in reproducing the words, inflections, etc. of another. To repeat a sentence after a teacher. To reproduce in the manner of an echo, a phonograph, or the like. Well, that is not the mission of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Let us look at the definition of the word complete.
Right.
Bear with me, please. I'll just be another moment or so. The word complete is defined as having all parts or elements lacking nothing, full, entire, full, a complete, as a complete set of Mark Twain's writings. Finished, ended, concluded, having all the required or customary characteristics, skills, or the like. Now, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he built under his leadership an $80 million empire.
Yes, right.
We had one bank. We had meat processing plants, clothing factories, supermarkets, and stores dotting the neighborhoods, particularly in the black neighborhood. But is that a nation? Nope. It is the humble beginnings of those who are moving toward independence. But I ask you, in comparison to all the other sovereign nations in the earth, do a few stores, supermarkets, one bank, meat processing plant, and a newspaper plant, does that constitute nationhood?
Come on now.
Come on.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said very recently, he said, I'm not trying to repeat what my father built.
That's right.
Because that's not his mission. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, for the sad prophecy of my people, I write these words. What sad prophecy was he referencing? It was that prophecy written in the Revelations indicating that only 144,000 would be saved.
Right.
The Honorable Minister the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he said, brother, you are more valuable to me than a train load of sheep. He said, you are more valuable to me than a plane load of all of the finest gems in the earth, because I met them when I came into the earth, and I'll leave them when I'm gone. He said, but through you, I will get all. I'm going to say it again. All of my people.
That's right.
That's right.
And then the minister posed recently in a conversation he was having with the believers. He said, who are the people?
Right.
Of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? Yes.
You better teach.
They are black people. There is no question about that.
That's
Black,
right.
brown, red, and yellow. However,
come on.
Right.
He said, who is your own self?
Right.
He said, your own self is a righteous Muslim. So all of those who are seeking righteousness and all of those who are submitting their will to do the will of Allah, all of those who are practicing Islam to the best of their ability and are striving to be right in the earth, bearing witness that there is no God but Allah. I'm not talking about those Arabs and others that are bowing down to the power of the Western Hemisphere and Europe. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about those who are standing and speaking truth to power uncompromisingly.
Come on.
And so through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he would get all of his people. So he's not to repeat the small amount of work that was done by the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That was not and is not his mission. In fact about it, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's mission was not a national mission. His mission was a universal mission and is a universal mission. This man is God in the person. You didn't hear me.
Come on.
Come on. Yes,
He's
sir.
no longer the messenger of Allah. He is the exalted Christ,
Yes.
the one whom God has put over everything in the universe with the exception of himself. He's alive and present and in power, and he has put his stamp of approval on what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is saying
Yes,
and
sir.
doing.
That's right.
Say that.
Yes, sir.
And lastly, those of you who say that I'm with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but I'm not with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you lie,
Teach on
and
that.
the truth is not in you.
Come
Because
on. Teach
one
on
of
that.
the last instructions that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad gave, he said in his lectures,
Right.
his historic lectures of theology of time, he said, I want you to listen to my Minister Farrakhan.
Huh.
He said,
That's
when
right.
you see him, look at him.
Right.
His very appearance is a teaching. His very life is a teaching.
That's right.
He said, when he speaks, listen to him. Where he tells you to go, go. And where he tells you to stay from, stay from. He said that this man will get you across the river to the other side. And when it's on his shoulders, and when he gets you to the other side, he won't say, look what I have done. He will say, look at what Allah has done, because he's a very humble brother.
That's right.
And then he said, and I say to you, continue to hear my Minister Farrakhan. Now
Right.
let's look at the definition of continue, and then we'll close out. The word continue is defined as to go on after suspension or interruption, to go on or keep on, as in some course of action, extend. The road continues for 3 miles, as an example. To last or endure, to remain in a particular state or capacity, to remain in a place, abide, to stay. Let us continue in this house forever. To go on with or persist in, to carry on from the point of suspension or interruption. There was a point of suspension and interruption in the work and teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in 1975. But when he gave us the instruction to continue, he was saying, look, carry on from that point of interruption. I'm leaving for a while. And my work will be suspended, and it will appear that it is all but destroyed. But I want you to carry on. I want you to continue to hear my Minister Farrakhan. Well, then when should we stop? We should stop when the man that instructed us to continue to hear him comes back and orders us to discontinue from hearing him. And I say to you who are listening, and all of the hypocrites that are out there, that you'll be waiting till hell freezes over, because he is well pleased with his servant.
Right.
That's right.
Come on.
And those of you who are looking for the repeat or the rebuilding or the repetition of what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, keep looking until your foolish eyes fall out of your damnable sockets.
Teach. Yes, sir.
Because that is not his job.
That's right.
And so I want to thank you, Brother Maurice. I don't know the other brothers that are hosting this show. Wonderful defense, brother. Y'all keep going.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And drive the devil and the hypocrites into the well-deserved hell that they have earned. And thank you, my beloved sister, Gidget and Queen Aziza. I look forward to listening.
Thank you.
I look forward to listening to you all further. And may Allah bless you as I greet you in peace. And thank you again. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you, Brother James.
Thank you, brother.
All
that
praise
was
is
some
due
good
to
teaching
Allah.
right there. Oh, praise is due to Allah.
That's right. Allahu Akbar.
Definitely. Definitely. It's
All
always
praise
a
is due
blessing.
to Allah.
Yes, sir.
Brother Walter, you wanted to say something before Brother James came on?
Yes, sir. I wanted to read, since a lot of our distractors, it's a short sentence in the Holy Quran. And a lot of our detractors would like to say that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, once a hypocrite, always a hypocrite. I want to read something in the Quran that puts all of that nonsense to rest.
Okay, yes, sir.
Noble Quran, Surah 33, Ayat 24, it reads that God may reward the men of truth for their truth and punish the hypocrites if that be his will. Or return to them in mercy, for God is oft returning, most merciful. Why would Allah turn merciful to a hypocrite when a hypocrite is on a level below a devil? He has to repent. Now, you mean to tell me that Master Farad Muhammad would bless the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to go around the world, spread the Honorable Minister, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the word of the Master Farad Muhammad all around the world? He would invite 1 million men to Washington, D.C., and 2 million show up? You mean to tell me that Master Farad Muhammad came to set justice in the earth, but he's unjust where the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is concerned? He let a hypocrite be successful? Is that what you're telling me? Where do you find that in the scripture?
Right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that in the history you will find no false prophets. There were no false prophets, especially any false prophet of significance and of any consequence. That still goes on for today.
That's right.
He's not a false prophet. Matter of fact, the days of prophets are over. That day is over. But you have a problem with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Let's break it down. You have a problem with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan because he called Father Flager brother.
Go ahead.
This is a bastard language. You need to understand it. We have to learn to speak the language of the people. Brother is a synonym for comrade. Look it up. You're not dumb. You're not stupid. He didn't say that the Nation of Islam and Father Flager are brothers, or the black man and the white man are brothers. He didn't say that. He said Father Flager is my brother. He's out there on the front line. I bet you he did more work this year than you did in your whole life to help black people.
Come on.
But you have a problem with that. Then you have a problem when he said that he has white friends. Brother Orel broke that to smithereens. He blew y'all up with that quote from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Brother, tell them what the message said about white friends.
I don't have the quote in front of me, but the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he got plenty of white friends.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Oh, y'all in trouble.
Whoa, brother, whoa. You mean the messenger of Allah, the man who taught that the white man's the devil, got white friends?
Oh, no. Sacrilege. Now, look. Y'all really going to be in trouble in a couple of months. You will be in the valley of decision as you are now, but you'll go deeper in that valley. Because guess what? We have proof that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the Christ from his own mouth.
Come on.
Y'all in trouble. Sorry. You in trouble. you are in desperate trouble. Then you have a problem with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan because he said he loved Father Flavor. And then you try to bring in the supreme wisdom to defend against the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan by saying that, the supreme wisdom says you don't love the devil. Well, let's break that down.
Break it down, bro. Make it plain.
Then I'm
Come on.
y'all. Okay?
Yes, sir.
In the supreme lessons, Lost Found Muslim lesson number 2, point number 3, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is asked, what is devil? Well, we know the answer. It's a grafted man which is made wicked, weak and wicked. Or a grafted live germ from original is devil. Now,
Right.
It didn't say the grafted white man which was made weak and wicked. It says a grafted man, which is the present tense to be.
Come on.
Which is made weak and wicked. Show me where Father Flager is weak and wicked. Show me that.
Right.
You have this sentence here as a compound sentence separated by the word or, which is a preposition. So you have two sentences. It's a compound sentence, and then it goes on to say, or any grafted live germ from original is devil. Now, we know that a grapefruit is grafted. We eat grapefruit, right?
Come on.
Right.
Look,
That's
we
right.
eat grapefruit, but it's a devil fruit, right?
Yep.
Come on.
We know that GMO, genetically modified organisms, are grafted. We eat it, don't we?
Come on.
They say you are what you eat. Have you become a devil?
Right.
Huh?
Come on, brother.
So go on with that weak stuff.
Right.
Go on with that weak stuff. And then I'm going to conclude with Lost Found Muslim lesson number 1. Point number 1. Why isn't the devil settled on the best part of the planet Earth? Not necessarily just talking about the earth, the sphere that we're on.
That's right.
The spiritual picture of ourselves. Because we have some faults. We all have faults or things that we don't understand. I noticed that y'all always settle on the worst part of your thinking.
Come on.
Right.
You think in the feeble mind that you possess, in the small amount of time that you've been on this planet, you think you know better than Minister Louis Farrakhan. I got news for you. It says at the end that the colored man or Caucasian is the devil. Why would the Honorable Elijah Muhammad answer like that? The colored man or Caucasian. You think the colored man is just talking about the white man?
Come on, bro.
Huh?
Come on.
Look up the word colored. I'm not going to look it up for you. That's something that has been changed. That's you.
That's right.
You're not. We took the best part and preserved it for ourselves until you come into the thinking in the mind of Allah.
Right.
It will allow you to join us. But you've taken a choice of your own to become a deviant.
Teach.
An enemy of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I can see if you came and said, I just have a problem with X, Y, and Z. I'm going to do the work according to how I see it. And if Allah blesses me to see eye to eye with what he's doing, I'll come see. That's what I've asked you to do, to try to save your life.
Right.
I think the time, I think your time is, it may be over. I'm not Allah. I'm not the supreme being, so I don't know. But I think your time, let's just say, is real short.
Right.
Your time is short. You're going to be deeper in the valley of decision in a couple of months. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum salam. And I would like to add what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad also said in his laborers meeting in 1964. And there's audio available for this now.
Right.
He said this, paraphrasing. You can find it. I'll send it to you, hypocrite. But he said that most of you will be surprised when you see me and Allah in the end. Now, what does that mean? most of you will be surprised when you see me and Allah in the end. Man, look here. I can't wait until that audio drop when the messenger says from his own mouth that he's the Christ. And you know what? Even y'all would have a problem with that. Well, y'all,
right.
The audio's been alternating. Y'all trying to hide it. Yo,
right.
Look here, you bunch of demons. We ain't got nothing to hide from you.
Teach.
That's another thing. We're going to get this straight. We don't have no reason to hide and lie about anything. You are weak and feeble-minded.
Right.
I am God. These brothers and sisters on the phone are gods. What the hell do we got to hide from you for? We're challenging you. If you had the truth and we was lying, you should be calling us out.
Right.
You see, that's your problem. Facebook got y'all really thinking that y'all about that life.
Come on.
Facebook got y'all really thinking that you have the testicular fortitude to come at us as if you have some firm foundation to stand on.
That's right.
One of these Negroes by the name of Victor Leon said that since when did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad lift the title or label hypocrite for the Honorable for Minister Farrakhan? I was never aware that the messenger gave him that title. I was never aware that the messengers called him a hypocrite. I think he said something to this effect. He said, if he turns hypocrite, I pray Allah will bring him back. I think that's what he said. Or I recall the minister saying himself that he admitted that. He said, I did turn hypocrite.
Right.
I never heard a messenger say that my Minister Farrakhan or Minister Farrakhan or Louis Farrakhan or Louis X whatever is a hypocrite. So, Mr. Leon, if you could come on, see, that's what I'm saying. If y'all could come and provide actual facts,
right,
then we can move on from there. But you see, all I'm hearing is speculations and accusations. That's all I'm hearing. You're speculating that the messenger said that. The messenger never said that. If so, where's it at? Give me a date. Give me a year. Give me something.
Come on.
The messenger never ever said that about the minister. Stop lying on the messenger.
Right.
Now you lying on. See, you lie so much on the minister, it's become second nature to you. So what you doing now? You lying on the messenger. Some of you Negroes even lying on Master Farrakhan. One of them fools said that Master Farrakhan Muhammad ate pork when he was amongst us.
Oh my boy.
I wish I remember which one said that. I think that was actually Ishmael Bey.
Yeah, that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think that was him who said that.
Yes, sir. It was, brother.
Is that Mr. Dianetics causes abortion?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
man.
that joker.
Come on, really?
Wow. Okay.
Master Farrakhan Muhammad ate pork, really. But you see, you who claim to follow I only follow the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, you won't check him because he's your Dr. Wesley. He's your student. He's your debater. You send him out because you want to quote unquote expose us regarding Dianetics. So you want to attack Ishmael Bey. You want to attack Miss June. You want to attack Miss Wills because they're your Dr. Wesleys. They're your scholars. So when they deviate or when they say something regarding the messenger, you patriots of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you don't say nothing.
Come on.
They have a picture of the messenger, the exalted Christ, with the face of L. Ron Hubbard wearing the fez of the messenger, and it says the new messenger of Allah. And you Negroes and you liars and you hypocrites don't say nothing.
Teach.
Because Leland Wills and Ishmael Bey is your damn master.
Right.
You bow down wherever they say bow down to, and not to mention they don't even follow the teachings. This man lying on Master Farrakhan Muhammad saying he's eating pork.
Now
he
really lost his mind.
Saying that he is eating pork when he was amongst us, and you don't say nothing because he hates Farrakhan. Ain't this a damn shame?
Come on.
Ain't that a damn shame? Miss Wills is allowing devils. You want to talk about devils, the white man, the devil? She allowing white folks in her damn group Scientology invasion of the black community, and most of you are in there bear witnessing with the white man who hate Farrakhan.
Right.
But you claim to hate the white man, but you bear witnessing with the white man?
Wow.
That don't make no damn sense. Who you really working for?
Right.
I want to touch on Miss Karen Moore, but I'm going to let either Brother Maurice handle that. That's if you are a damn woman to begin with.
Come on.
Yes. Praise be to Allah. You know, this person, Karen Moore, you know, one thing I people will say a lot of things, and I notice in our debates, you know, or fights, battles that we have with these hypocrites, you know, she's the only one that on a consistent basis threaten, I'm going to call the FBI, or I'm going to get this person. You know, she always running to go tell her enemy what's going on.
Right.
And like I told her or him or whatever that person is, that don't frighten me. That don't mean nothing to me. Because I tell you in the cracker to his face what I got to say. I'm not sitting around playing games like, oh, you gonna threaten me? Don't threaten me, because you may have to do what you saying. And it ain't gonna change anything about me and what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is the truth. It ain't gonna change no matter who it is that is against. It ain't gonna change. So please, you know, and I got irritated very quickly, because she don't even know my personal life. Don't even know my personal life, but you want to make comments on something that you have no authority over. No authority over. All y'all run your mouths. But I tell you what, tell me where you live, and I'll come there, and I dare you to say it to my face. Say it to my face.
Right.
Muhammad makes men. Muhammad makes women that are unafraid. It ain't a damn thing this enemy can do to me, and it damn sure ain't a damn thing to none of these Negroes or whatever you are you think you can do to me.
Right.
Nothing. So that don't frighten me. You better get it straight.
Right.
Because time is ticking.
That's
time is ticking. These people better understand, man. We didn't come up from fall out from heaven.
That's right.
We didn't fall out from no heaven. We came up on these rough streets like any and everybody else. But just because we assalamu alaikum and we love you and we trying to help you, don't get it twisted.
Right.
Don't get it twisted. You think that we're just some group that want to yak. Don't think like that, because you make a mistake.
Right.
You will make a mistake. There ain't nothing wrong with a righteous ass whooping.
That's all.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hell,
right.
I did a lecture called "Killing the Wicked is Good for the Soul."
Teach.
And she had a nerve, or he, or whatever that it is, had the nerve to say, "Oh, you're causing a riot. You're going to do this." What? So we supposed to want the wicked to live? We supposed to want to live amongst these people who continually do evil to us?
Right.
We should not be. Our DNA shouldn't be happy. We shouldn't be happy when our killers are killed.
Right.
No, I'm very happy when that happens. Very happy when that happens. I want Allah to kill all our enemies and leave none.
That's right.
But see, it's these people who slander the minister. It's these people. These are the liars. These are the murderers. These are the deceivers. These are the people that hate our people. Because they want us to be dumb. They want us to still be up under the thumb of this enemy. These are the ones who are our enemies. These are the ones who want us to be dead. They don't want Minister Farrakhan around, because Minister Farrakhan gives us the truth, and it awakens our eyes. so that we know. See, they want us to accept Barabbas and deny Jesus. That's what they want. But that ain't going to happen.
Right.
That ain't going to happen.
Teach,
and you
brother.
think, you think, because you opening these mouths like nobody really paying attention, and like Bingham Reed talking about death to the minister, I wish you say that to my face.
Come on.
I wish you do that.
Right.
They no punk up in here.
Come on.
Because the death of that man, if you want to kill that man, you're not killing one person, you're killing a nation of people that will be erased by that man.
Come on.
So what the hell you think you should get? Keep on talking. It's going to find you. Thank you.
All praise.
Ooh-wee.
Yes, sir.
You went in.
That is needed. I mean, that is needed.
Brother
Well,
John.
let me say this right quick because I'm going to have to go. Y'all know I have a show that starts at 8 o'clock. You know, I just want to say this, and I'm speaking from personal experience with Karen Moo. First of all, I'm more than sure that Karen Moo is not a woman. And Karen Moo appears to be in her dialogue, and due to my over almost 30 years of behavioral science studies, the way that he, she, it communicates, Karen Moo is a facade, is a fake profile of a woman who's supposed to be a registered Muslim in the first resurrection. However, the language and the mannerism demonstrated clearly states that that's a man. And I'm not willing to give my right arm for that. Second of all, I just want to say to our people, you know, whatever situation you've gotten yourself into, don't let the alphabet city run your life. And for you men, oh my goodness, you men who are letting these government agencies pimp you like they do the women, you might as well call yourself a punk. Arch your eyebrows and call yourself a punk.
Right.
Because you let the enemy turn you against your brother. This is the same thing that they have done throughout the history of black organizations. And
That's
it's
right.
the old game of divide and conquer. But you running up against a concrete wall this time.
Right.
Because everybody don't have a price tag hanging from their tail. You can't buy everybody. And thank God for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that some of us, most of us, have been reformed from the process of having a criminal mind that we don't even have nothing you can hang on us.
Right.
To make us turn hypocrite. You can't offer us no deals. You can't cut no prison time for us because most of us are out here striving to be upright, and we are living the type of lives that you can't come in and infiltrate on us and threaten us, and we will die because our prayer and our life and our sacrifice and our death is all for Allah.
That's right.
So you got a different breed of nigga in your eyesight today. But the real niggas that you do have, the niggas that are displaying themselves in that group, and the niggas that have turned hypocrite, the ones that say, well, we follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but Minister Farrakhan has deviated from the teachings. Well, in order for you to know that, you would have to first know the teachings. And if you knew the teachings, then you could not identify deviation. Maybe that is the reason why every time we ask you for documentation or proof of where he's deviated, you can't produce it.
Right.
And maybe because you cannot comprehend the English language that you misunderstand Minister Farrakhan. But that's not even what it is.
That's right.
That's not even what it is. We're going to call it for what it is. That's just like when you go to court and you see a man and he done killed up his whole family and y'all saying, well, what's wrong with him? Y'all want to put a label on him. He's manic depressive. He's this, he's that. No, we're living in a time of good and evil. Some people are good and some people are evil.
That's right.
Come on now.
And I want the believers to stop looking at black people as if they all your sisters and brothers.
That's right.
They're not.
These niggas
They're
damn
not.
sure ain't.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Minister Farrakhan that he was going to get all of his people, my people. But that don't mean that all his people are just black people. You mean he going to let the black heathens in, the black homosexuals, the black hypocrites, all because they black? No.
Right.
The opposite of sense is nonsense.
Right.
So for me, I'm really not offended. I thank Allah for the group of the true 5% jackasses, whatever they are, because you are clearly identified as hypocrites. That means that I don't even have to use the energy to guess if you're a hypocrite or not.
Right.
You have already identified yourself and made my job so much easier, and I certainly appreciate it.
Right.
But the God in me prays for you. Because the minister says you got a very little time. You still got time. The devil still has time. Satan still has time.
That's right.
So I'm not incompassionate, but I'm not sympathetic to your BS.
Right.
So if you want to slander the Minister Farrakhan, then do that.
Come on.
Do that at your own risk.
That's right.
But if you want to just make yourself look good, then I offer you, and Brother Maurice offers you, and Brother Jihad, and Brother Walter, and Brother Daniel, Minister James, we offer you a clear, open opportunity to bring the actual facts. And if you are a follower of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, certainly you know what actual facts are. Bring the actual facts of where the minister has deviated. And I'm going to say this here and I'm going to go. Let me tell y'all about Malcolm X.
Come on.
Right quick. Because y'all got this shit twisted. Let me tell y'all about Malcolm X. Way before, Malcolm X even had an inclination of leaving the nation, know that the FBI and the CIA were already plotting and planning the deaths, plural, of the messenger and many of his ministers.
That's right.
That's right.
How do you kill? And what is the quickest way to kill anybody of anything? You kill the head. So they were thinking about taking off killing off the leadership of the Nation of Islam. Minister Malcolm became one of the most outspoken, most popular, uncompromising teachers of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
So then here they come again with that same old scheme, divide and conquer. Mm-hmm. Then what did they do? They really dressed it up and made it look pretty. They got some niggas to come in, go through the process. Right. And I ain't talking about coming in for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I ain't talking about no 90-day Muslims. Hell no. They came in.
That's right.
They processed. They got their X. They rose up in the ranks. They got close to who they needed to get close to.
Right.
They got close to Malcolm. And at the same time, they still reporting back on everything he did.
That's right.
Like I say, everybody black ain't your brother.
That's right.
Then whatever the personal relationship was between the minister Malcolm and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, whatever that was that caused Malcolm to leave, what did they do? They harped on that opportunity and said, oh, there's friction in the household now. As if you are don't know what I'm talking about. Just like when a man and a woman get separated and all the woman's girlfriends come over and say, oh, that nigga ain't no good. You should have left him and this is that and the other. It's the same thing.
Right.
They did the same thing.
Like a bunch of cackling
So
hens.
they created an atmosphere to make it appear as though the Nation of Islam was going to kill Malcolm. However, you know good and well that the messenger, if you know him,
Right.
was a passionate man.
Teach.
He loved his people. He loved his student ministers.
Right.
Passionate man, forgiving man, patient man.
Right.
He didn't tolerate no BS, but he was a patient man because he knew that in this teaching we were all growing and that we were all striving, and that if Malcolm went out, he would come back.
Mhm.
But he had to go out. And what did the FBI do? And yes, I'm calling them out, Karen Moo. You know that agency you work for. The FBI.
Right. Right.
What did they do? They used those same plants that they had put in the mosque all over the country to go in broad daylight and shoot Malcolm down like a dog.
That's right.
And then what did they say? The Nation of Islam, members of the Nation of Islam. Yeah, they were members of the Nation of Islam, maybe.
Right.
Maybe in theory, but not in heart, not in mind, and certainly not in deed.
Right.
So for all of you who think that Minister Farrakhan had anything to do with Malcolm's death, you tripping. And I'm going to tell you why you tripping. As much as they hate the minister,
Right.
as much as they hate the minister, they locking up T.I. for arms charges.
That's
so
right.
certainly they would have put Minister Farrakhan up under the jailhouse if they thought they could pin a murder charge on him. And why are they still talking about it? And why they have not arrested him 50 years after the death of Malcolm?
Come on.
Because they can't. Because it's not Allah's will for
Right.
them to put their hands on the minister. And you still trying to kill off Malcolm. You didn't kill this grandson in Mexico and try to talk about he got into a fight over a bill in a bar. Come on, man.
That's
you
crazy.
are afraid of another Malcolm coming up.
Right.
And that's why you are trying to kill the seed. How do you destroy a nation? You kill the seed first. Because if you ain't got no future, you ain't got no nation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But Farrakhan is the one you can't touch.
That's
so
right.
for all of you niggas who think that Minister Farrakhan had anything to do with the death of Malcolm X, you are foolish people. And you know good and darn well you can't go on now block, pull a trigger on nobody and not get no jail time. Because they
Right.
doing 2 for 1 all day long. You got one nigga dead, and I'm going to give one nigga life. That's 2 niggas out of my way.
That's right.
That's right.
They can't wait to lock you up.
Go ahead.
And here it is, 50 years, and it's y'all. It's not white folks. It's y'all that's sitting up here being sent out to act like you want justice for Malcolm.
Right.
Trying to create a situation, trying to get people close to the minister to kind of trump up some evidence. You are a sick people.
Right.
And you men who are involved in these organizations, you are no better than a prostitute on Hoes Row because you didn't let a white man pimp you out and punctify you.
That's right.
You might as well bend over.
Come on.
And that's all I got to say, family. I'm sorry. Woo, I'm sorry. But, they just go a little too far because I'm just reading in this group, and this brother is still putting up stuff about what about the minister and Malcolm. What about it?
Right.
If you got some proof, and he said that we should be able to form our own opinion. Well, I'm sorry. I ain't never seen nobody get a reduced sentence or set free out of from somebody's personal opinion. Because when you go to court, you have to be what? Found guilty.
That's right.
It's not about somebody's personal opinion. It's about what you can prove.
That's right.
So this brother is saying that he has a right to have his personal opinion about the death of Malcolm, and in that personal opinion, you slander a man. Like I say, it ain't going to be no crucifixion of Jesus today.
That's right.
There is no cross for the Honorable Minister Farrakhan today. You're not hanging him up on no cross.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I say so, because the law God says so. But you are foolish people. And you sitting up here looking for Jesus of 2,000 years ago. Somebody in the hell tell me what he looked like.
Teach.
Come on.
How do you identify a man 2,000 plus years old? What does he look like?
Right.
So do you identify him physically, or can you identify him by the works and by the scriptures?
Come on now.
So what the hell are you really looking for?
Yeah.
You are of your father. Satan. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Damn.
Well, look at salam.
You
Some
know
like
what, family? I'm going to say this because I know exactly. See, I've been studying you hypocrites for a long time. And you so-called MGT in the temple. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I hear that. I hear the language she using. Shut up. Please.
Teach.
Please. Because I'm reading the comments that you be saying, and I'm looking at the slander that you've been saying. Y'all are not holy.
Come on.
Right.
You're not holy. And you so-called FOY same way. Y'all been you've been slandering. Use worse terminology. Just because the sisters say nigga here and nigga there. Please.
Right.
Save the hypocrisy.
My minister Farrakhan said in his own words, it's better to cuss than to kill one of you niggas. So I'm cussing to keep from killing one of you niggas.
That's right. Wa alaikum salam.
Go ahead.
Come on.
But you see, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all hypocrisy is amazing. Your hypocrisy is amazing. I know. Go ahead and talk. Nadia, Mariam, Shaston, Shabbat. Go ahead and say Karen Moo. Y'all hear the language that she used? Man, I got words from y'all and what y'all been saying and the slander and even the vulgarity.
Come
You
on.
are not holy. You are not holy whatsoever. And you so-called men, same way. And you so-called wannabe 5%ers, same way. Justice, C.I., equality, wherever the hell your name is. Here you are, a so-called 5%er, a so-called quote-unquote God, but you introduced another man, Brother Mylan, to your private area. I got the words that you said about Brother Mylan. You want to tell him to suck your what? No, sir. Absolutely not. And then you self-righteous hypocrite, Anur, you allowed that nonsense to go on in your group, and I hit you up because you sat there and you wanted to embarrass Brother Maurice, Brother Walt, and you want them to, quote-unquote, apologize over something that's not even worth an apology over because Brother Maurice called Karen Moo a, quote-unquote, trick or whatever. Look here. The so-called sister threatened to call the FBI on the man. For what charges?
Right.
On what charges? Threatened to call the FBI on the man, airing out the man's private family life, even though most of the stuff she's saying, I don't know personally. I don't know, brother. I mean, I know it's a lie. But she airing out this man's personal business, and he just said, oh, well, you a trick. Because you acting like a trick. And you full of S-H-I-T. That's what he said. And you like, oh, well, you going to apologize. You ain't never met Karen Moo. You don't know who the hell that is behind that profile page.
Right.
But you're taking up for this so-called woman as if you having an affair with her.
Right.
You taking, but then you like, you going to apologize, Maurice. You going to apologize. For what? I'll be damned if somebody threatened to call the pigs on me that I'm going to sit there and take it like and apologize for it.
Right.
No, Muhammad don't make no punks. But yet you allow this man, Justice, Equality, whatever his name is, to introduce Brother Mylan to his private area, and he he was still allowed in your quote-unquote group. Let's get this straight. I don't give a damn if you kick me out your stank-ass group. Excuse my language.
Right.
I don't care. It's a Facebook page. You acting as if your group is the hereafter. You acting as if your group is the new heaven, the new kingdom on earth, the second coming of Jesus. You acting as if we ain't in your damn group, all of a sudden it's going to be all hell, fire, and brimstone. Go to hell with that nonsense, man.
That's right.
And I talked to you on the phone, and I warned, and I asked, I said, what is up with this language? We had our conversation, and you still did. You let a whole 3 or 4 months go by when Miss June, a.k.a. Leela Wills, called my sister, Shakira Ali, a bitch. You let a whole 4 months go by, and we kept asking you, where's the apology at from that sister? Where's the apology at? And you told us, oh, well, she don't want to do it. What can I do? And she's still in your whack-ass group.
Come on.
That's the hypocrisy, man.
That's right.
Save the hypocrisy. And I talked to him on the phone, and from our conversation, he was a decent brother. It didn't get hectic, but justice is justice. You're going to kick this man out your so-called group, but yet you're going to allow that wench in your group, and she called my sister out of her name?
Come on.
No, absolutely not. And not to mention, you allowing this other fool, Justice Equality, in your group, and he introduced this brother to his private area when he won't do nothing because I got the conversation, but trying to build. Because he was trying to defend the minister. But you have a problem with that, so what you do, Mr. Anur, is that you try to go along and get along. You won't say none of the stuff that you say or justify in your in the Allah team. You won't let you try to go along to get along. You won't let nobody know what you really be thinking or what you really saying.
That's right.
Post that post you got up about what the minister said regarding him, quote unquote, loving Father Flager, and post that post that he said that, according to you, that you said that he should be just looked at as an ordinary human being, and that we shouldn't see him as a man of God, because if we see him as a man of God, then we are in trouble. That's what you said.
Right.
Don't stay in the Allah team and let the believers read it. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all talk all that in that group, man, but y'all don't come out in the open because you know damn well we will chew you out.
Come on.
We will chew you out.
That's
you don't
right.
have a leg to stand on. You don't. You don't have a leg to stand on.
No,
and
whatsoever.
That's clear hypocrisy. Clear hypocrisy. You talking all that nonsense. Yeah, we got to respect one another. We got to respect one another in the group. But, oh, yeah. And you try to find reasons to kick us out because you know when we came in there, it was going to be all hell. And then Brother Walt, he said, and then you said, Brother Walt, yeah, yo, you know what? You got to unblock all the admins. You got to block all the admins. You even came to me with that nonsense, and I told you I don't have none of your whack-ass admins blocked. Excuse my language. I'm trying to stop cussing. I told you I don't got none of your admins blocked. Omar Ali, Mikhail Shabazz, and the other ones. I go back and forth with them all the time. You try to find a reason to get me out the group. And you talk about, I'm warning you right now, if you do not unblock I don't care about your little group, bruh.
Right. Hey, Jihad, Brother Jihad.
Yes, sir.
Like a little kid, man. I'm going to block you.
Yes, sir. They are acting like some little children. You know what they are, Brother Jihad?
What?
They just some so-called grown-ups, but got a little child's mind.
Go ahead, man.
Let me say this, family.
Go ahead, brother.
You know, I seen this idiotic comment on YouTube when they was putting a video of the minister speaking on Yusuf Shah, who used to be the captain of the FOI in Mosque number 7. You know, it was some Negro or some white man said, "You Nation of Islam, a bunch of idiots." You know, or whether you're on Facebook or whatever, watch what you say and watch what the hell you say and think of Minister Farrakhan, because you really signing your own death certificate.
Come on, man.
Because this time and this hour that we're in, you messing with a man that's in our midst today. This man, Minister Farrakhan, is not to be mocked or played with.
That's right.
Because I'm telling you, Mr. Negro, Mr. and Mrs. Negro, you better watch what you say. And what you think of Minister Farrakhan? Because the wrath of God is going to knock on your damn door.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because I don't give a damn how you feel. The Farrakhan followers is threatening us. No, we're not threatening you. We're warning you. I don't care how you feel. Because I'm telling you, this is our spiritual father, the man in our midst. The three foundations that we're standing on: Master Farad Muhammad, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So therefore, if you want to come and want to try the FOI and MGT, you better pack a lunch, because we coming. We get behind the brain behind. This ain't no threat, and this is a promise. You better watch what you say. Because I don't know. I think you old armchair revolutionary Negroes and keyboard warriors, y'all a bunch of goddamn cowards.
Go ahead, Brother Daniel. Go ahead, brother.
Because I'm telling you, I don't know. Y'all, you want to claim the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but you want to claim Moses, but we want to hate Aaron, who is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? You want to love one and hate the other? I don't think so. I love both. That is my beneficiary.
Mm-hmm.
My benefactors. Not
That's
yours.
Right.
You can't have one and hate the other.
That's
you
right.
got to have both. Assalamu alaikum.
Wow. Yeah, so go ahead, Brother Maurice.
No, I was just bearing witness, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say that, I'm really attached to this restrictive laws of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody applied that to their life and to their business, to whatever they run, whether it's a business, a country, a city, whatever, we would be successful, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the restrictive laws are our success. Well, as you can see, when you don't adhere to the restrictive laws, then it becomes apparent in your speech. It becomes apparent in the actions. It becomes apparent in your appearance. So now you have people on Facebook in these groups telling one brother telling another brother to do such and such to him. That's an act of sodomy between two men. So now the brother has revealed a chink in his armor.
Right.
When you engage in that type of activity, whether it's a man with a woman, what you're doing is actually inviting man-to-man contact in that manner. And let me tell you something. I know that those of you who are so-called followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad are not 100% to this restrictive law. I guarantee you that.
Hell no.
Guaranteed. In the Holy Quran, it says about those who disobey Allah's warnings or his message, that he would turn them into apes and swine. I know damn well that because you've disobeyed the messenger of Allah, who is now the exalted Christ, you are living the life of a damn monkey. You're living a life of a damn swine. Because the monkey is the most uncivilized animal in the world. So now, because you're acting like an ape, you're acting like a monkey, now you want to invite a brother to your genitalia. Come on, man. That is homosexuality 101 right there. Why would you offer another man your private parts? You shouldn't do that to a female, but now you're offering it to a male.
Right.
The mouth was designed for the mastication and destruction of the food so as to allow it to go into the digestive tract. And as it goes into the digestive tract, the food's nutrients and the byproducts are separated in the small intestinal tract. And then the waste is deposited into the large intestine. So now we have two places where food is somewhat destroyed in the mouth, and then the destroyed part comes out of the rectum. But now you want to commit sodomy
with your girlfriend. You want to commit sodomy with your wife. Guess what? You're a so-called revolutionary. Guess what might happen to us, according to what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us? Some of us might go to jail. And guess what? You've done been predisposed yourself to homosexuality. Why? Because that's a sex act that that can take place between two men. Contact with male genitalia with the anus. You do that with a female, you'll be predisposed to do that behind prison doors. Why? Because you didn't obey the restrictive law.
That's right.
The same thing with oral sex. You do that with your wife, your girlfriend, God forbid another dude. But I'm talking about straight up heterosexual sodomy between a male and a female. Now you done predispose yourself to homosexual acts. So now you got to prepare and gird up your loins and put on the armor of God and guard yourself against the evil. Nobody is beating on you, dear brother, trying to claim that we're so holier than you. But now I'm just pulling your coat about something. You have a weakness, dear brother, and you need to straighten it out.
That's
and
right.
You expose yourself to the world. You done invited Brother Maurice to your damn private parts, brother, and that is unheard of. And then the hypocritical admins of that group let you slide. Goes to show you where their minds are.
That's right.
So I see the time is probably getting short, Brother Maurice.
Yes, sir. We got 9 minutes remaining.
All praises to Allah. I'm gonna
yes, sir.
Maybe we should do a part 2, but Defenders of Farrakhan and the believers, if y'all in that group, I want y'all to leave it. I want y'all to leave it. It like what the minister said. He said that if you're partaking in a conversation in which Allah, I'm paraphrasing, in which Allah is not a part of, and you're not building righteously, I mean, then what does that say about your own mindset? Right, in your heart. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't want to continue this. I mean, I don't mind defending the minister. That's my spiritual father. But you see, there's more to the teachings than this. Right. But I notice y'all knuckleheads never want to talk about the teachings. You always want to talk about what Farrakhan doing. He is your God. L. Ron Hubbard is your savior. You talk about the man more than you talk about the messenger, but you claim to follow the messenger. I'm like, damn. Like, it's like y'all have a sick fascination with the minister. You sound like women who are scorned by their lovers. That's what you sound like. That's right. He ain't doing that. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. He did this. He did that. What are you doing? Where is your nation? Where's it at? I mean, I'm going to just say this. At least Marvin, Royale, Silas, the minister, they built something. Right, and even Levi Kareem. At least they even got at least one follower. But what do y'all have besides that one group? What do you have besides your keyboard, your internet? I'm going to tell you one thing. The only reason why you talk that talk is because of the internet. You hate the white man, but the white man is supplying you. You hate the white man, but you're utilizing his internet because that's your whole world right there. Let the white man, if tomorrow, if all the electricity in the United States of America was to shut down, you would be shut down, but Farrakhan would still be rolling. That's right. It would still be rolling. You can't stop. Like what Nas said, you can't stop Louis Farrakhan. You can't do it. No, you can't. You can't do it. The messenger has given him the instruction. Matter of fact, I'm going to paraphrase something else that the messenger said 1974 after his 74 Savior's Day address. Paraphrasing, but this is documented. The next day, I got the documentation, but I would rather paraphrase it because we're short on time. The messenger was being criticized by his own laborers because he was using different language that regarding the white man being the devil and regarding how he was basically in the beginning of the Savior's Day, he was giving shout-outs to the people who were opening up the doors for them for Savior's Day in 1974.
Come on, brother.
Does that not sound familiar?
Come on.
Come on now.
A brother asked him, "Dear Holy Apostle, I know that your language towards the white man has changed. You're not beating up on him no more. You're not coming at him all hard no more." The messenger responded, paraphrasing, 1974, this is documented. He said, "Well, brother, why should I beat up on something that I'm conquering?
Right.
We are conquering the white man." He said, "I don't have to beat up on him all the time. We shouldn't be mockers of them.
Right.
Come on, man.
We are conquering them.
That's right.
Why should we mock that which we are conquering?"
Come on, man.
And then the sister said, "Oh, dear Holy Apostle, good teaching, good teaching. I'm going to study this, and I'm going to learn that this is new." Then I find it very, very, very funny that the minister is using the same language, and you hypocrites sound just like that brother who was criticizing the messenger.
That's right.
Because he's using the different terminology. Then the brother also said, quoting, paraphrasing him once again, he said, "Well, you're right, because we're conquering that which we're now owning, so therefore we don't have to mock him like that." The messenger said, "I never taught you to be mockers of the white man." He said, "I taught you only the truth. But since you know the truth, you shouldn't go out there and abuse it and be mockers of the Caucasian, because you're conquering him." That is documented. Table talks, get it.
That's
and I
right.
got the audio as well.
That's right.
So save me the lies and hypocrisy. Minister Farrakhan is over here, you know what I'm saying? He ain't calling the white man the devil like that. He ain't doing that. You see, I hate to say it, I love Dr. Khaled, but Dr. Khaled had it wrong.
Right.
He had it wrong. He shouldn't have done what he was. I mean, we all know that the white man is the devil. That's number one.
That's right.
But his brother was mocking the white man, and the minister came back. The minister came back and he defended Dr. Khaled, even though he knew it was wrong. When the Barbara Walters interview, the minister said, "Well, I mean, the brother is right, because y'all mock us, y'all movies and this, that, and the minister gave examples during that Barbara Walters interview on how Dr. Khaled, why he called him hook-nosed, bagel-eating, perpetrating fraud, straight up and straight down, Miss Sister Clock, so-called Jews or whatever. But you see, that's what y'all want the minister to do. You want him to deviate from what the messenger has told him not to do. We shouldn't mock the Caucasian like that, according to the messenger.
And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, "I didn't raise you to be mockers of other people."
Exactly.
So on Savior's Day 74, he said, "You don't blame the clay, you blame the potter."
That's right. That's
what
he.
They don't want to quote that. No, but what happened to this? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad spoke straight words. He spoke straight words. Yeah, okay. Dissect what I just gave you tonight, then. And I got more of what the messenger said, praising the minister. We ain't got enough time, but he's praising the minister. And one of you hypocrites got the nerve to try to downgrade Paul in the Bible, because the messenger told the minister to be like Paul. And you fools was like, "Oh, well, you saw what happened with Paul, right? He tried to change the teachings of Jesus." And we all know that the messenger is the modern day Jesus.
Right.
Shut up.
That is really absolute lie right there.
Show me everywhere I read the messenger quoting Paul, the messenger was bearing witnessing to Paul.
That's right.
So show me where the messenger said anything negative about Paul or anything negative about Aaron. Show me that. Y'all want to talk on Facebook. Man, please. Damn hypocrite.
I hope our detractors call us up next time, since you didn't call up tonight.
Right.
Let's have a dialogue. Contact me, myself, Brother Walt, Brother Maurice, Brother Jihad, and let's have this discussion. If you don't, I have to label you a coward. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Right.
You're a coward.
And one more thing before time is up. Leave the personal insults at home. Leave them home. Because that's not going to do nothing but make you look even stupid like Brother Poverty did. Leave that at home. Don't come at me trying to attack my personal life. Don't come at me, because you ain't going to do nothing but just get your backside whooped. You can come and find me, 4612 Crescent Place, Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't give a damn. I don't mind going at it because your arms are too short to box with God. I don't
That's
mind.
right.
But don't come at me talking about my personal life and how many people are in my family. And see, that shows your weak arrogance, and that shows your small ignorance. You can't do that. So if you ain't got no actual facts, no mathematics, no documentation, shut the hell up.
Right.
Just shut up. But don't come at me talking about, I'm going to expose you, Miss Shabazz, because I got plenty of dirt on you, sister.
But we got like 20 seconds, 10 seconds. Go ahead and wrap it up.
Yes, sir. Allahu Akbar. May Allah bless us to be successful. Checkmate, period. Next.
Praise be to Allah. And we thank all our listeners that called in. We thank our listeners that are listening by computer. And check us out. We have our next show on Thursday on Blog Talk Radio. And the topic will be Farrakhan or Barabbas. And when our next talk show come out, we'll be sure to let everybody know ahead of time. Thank y'all for listening as we greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam. Death to the hypocrite.
Allahu Akbar.